Hello, everyone. We're going to have the scrum for muscle today. We can only take questions in English as we don't have translator available right now.
Recording in progress.
You could either raise your hand or text in the chat box. First question goes to Dory.
Hello. My
Hello?
question is about the hardest parts to play with T1 because it's never easy to play against
Mm.
them. But I would like to know what is the hardest part.
I think the hardest part today, from what I felt at least, was once they got a lead or once they took control of one side of the map, it was really hard to regain that control. They pretty much kept their vision on at all times. They took all our vision out, so we had to play with like Nocturne ult all the time. Um, yeah, so I think the hardest part was how well they play on the map.
Next question goes to Masher.
Thank you so much. Hey, Masu, here,
Hello.
Masher from Kamisama. My question is
Mm,
today was a difficult match.
mm.
So, what are you waiting for the next team? What are the expectation about Astral and PSG? Are you ready for these teams?
I think for sure whoever wins tomorrow between Astral and PSG will be ready for either of them. And I think from our losses today, we have a lot to learn, especially for myself. So I think that will make the upcoming matches a lot easier, especially if we can learn what we failed on today.
Next question from May Esports. Jensen said that FlyQuest trained with Loud. I would also like you to tell us a little bit more about what you thought of the level of this Brazilian team.
Honestly, I was pretty impressed. I thought their players were pretty good, especially their AD and mid. I thought Route was a pretty good AD carry. He traded well. He took good base timings. He managed his wave well. And then their mid laner, I was pretty impressed by as well because it constantly felt like he was a threat in the game. It's something that we had to shut down. So I was pretty impressed by the Brazilian team.
Next question from Hopu. 从队伍角度来看，第一局结束如此之快允许。From your perspective,
Mm.
why did the first game end so quick?
Um, I think we drafted in a way where we had a really good matchup bot and we didn't get the lead that we should have gotten just because we didn't play it well enough. And there were some unlucky plays that happened top as well, which put our top laner very behind. Um, so the game kind of snowballed out of control, and we had no way of killing their tanks anymore. They basically like just couldn't die, and then they heralded mid and killed us all. So I guess that's why they ended the game.
我觉得是因为我们其实选了一个比较前期的阵容，尤其是下路应该取得一些优势的，但是没有，然后上路其实也被针对的比较惨，发育也没发育起来，所以在进入中期的时候就是踢完滚起的雪球之后，我们就再打不动对面的坦克了，就导致这个坦克怎么都死不掉，而在中路团战的时候，我们就是全部阵亡之后，基本上就没有什么还手之力了。Next question, from Pedro. Uh, uh, Commiserations on the loss. I'd like to know what it was like taking on Guma Yushi in bottom, and what made the difference between yourself and him in that match.
Uh, I think Gumayushi's like a very aggressive, confident player. So at the same time, he's really disciplined. So whenever I was taking a trade, he was never scared to hit me back. So I was never really sure of how well the trade was going to go for me, just because I guess of how confident he was whenever he took them. And then I think his discipline is really solid because whenever he got a lead, or whenever he was like in danger of dying, he never gave us an angle to be killed. So I think the difference is just he plays in a very aggressive, confident way, but he still has enough discipline to know when he can die.
Do we have any other questions for Massu?
I have one. Sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Just ask.
This was, I think, generally an underperformance today and maybe yesterday from people as well. Jensen mentioned a little bit about this as well, but what do you think specifically the team has to work on to try and get to where your expectations lie for your plans performance and hopefully further beyond?
I think the biggest things we have to work on is playing the game on the same page and also learning how to advance the game quickly, kind of like how T1 does it. I think it's really important that we pick up on how to make plays, the right times to make those plays, and how to constantly find pressure points on the map so the enemy team can't like come back. I think those are the things we have to work on.
This will be a wrap for Massu Scrum. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.